Welcome to day 3 of Rewired for Six Figures. Hi, Travis. We've got Travis. We've got Claudia. Hi, Claudia. Julie. Caroline. Hi, Sandy. Gina. Hi, Gina. Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. We've got Audra. Francine. Hi, Francine. Hi. Hi, Audra. Hi, Missy. How are you feeling? Type it in the chat. How was yesterday's challenge and stretch? Hi, Missy. Hi. How was yesterday's challenge and stretch? Did you do the thing? How did it feel? Who were you being when you did it? What happened? Type it in the chat. Caroline says hello. Claudia says hi from Vienna. Vienna. Hi. Hi. What's coming through? What's different? What's shifted? What energy is present in your body? Type it in the chat. Claudia says, inspired to think about book number 3. Woo! Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So writing inspired to think about book number 3. That's so exciting. All right. Travis says, synchronistic overload. It's crazy. Yes. I love that. I love that. Hi, Gina. Gina's in California. Hi, Gina. So today is all about how to do a hot audience. Who's ready to have a hot audience? Raise your hand. Type, give me a little fire sign if you're ready for a hot audience. Put a fire sign in the comments if you're ready for a hot audience. Oh, I love it. Caroline's ready. Hi, Gina. So today's how to have a hot audience. Why a hot audience? Well, if you don't want crazy sales pages, if you don't want hours of sales calls, if you don't want being glued to your laptop for 16 hours a day, if you don't want that and you truly want freedom, you truly want light, free, ease, authenticity, fun, flow in your business, I suggest creating what's called a hot audience. So a hot audience means you drop a post, and within moments of you dropping that post, you have somebody in your DMs asking you how they can work with you. Send me all your options. What do you have? Send me the link. They're signing up in your DMs. Or maybe they really do need a quick little interaction with you, a quick little phone call with you. This is rare that this happens to me nowadays, but I still do. If somebody just needs that personal touch, they need to hear my voice, they need to ask me a question in real life, yeah, I'll hop on the phone for 5, 10 quick conversation, and then they'll sign up and the Stripe notification goes off, and I go about my day with my family, working on my purpose work, celebrating them, so excited that they're in and they're going to, their whole life is changing. So there's a few different keys here to a hot audience that we're going to touch on today. And we're going to keep it really simple. We're going to keep it really fun. And we're going to keep it really easy. Simple, fun, and easy. Simple scales, complex fails. Simple scales, complex fails. And it's very important. It's very important that when you're doing your social media, you're doing your marketing, you're attracting your dream soulmate clients to you, that you're in the energy of your future self. If you go to write a post, if you go to do a reel, if you go to create and you're creating from past self energy, you're creating from past self energy, that post is going to have the frequency, the energy of past self energy, which is not good, bad, right, or wrong. From my experience, when I can create from that version of me that already has it, when I can use the words, articulate as that version of me that already has it, when I can show up and be the person that I wish I had, be the leader that I wish was out there in the world, when I can show up and be that version of me and create from there, post from there, That's when the sales come flooding in. That's when the post goes viral. That's when it blows up. That's when I have people in the DMs. How can I work with you? That's when I drop a program and Stripe notifications go off. So before we open the Instagram, let's get into our future selves. Okay, before we open the Instagram, before I have you start writing posts, I'm going to have you write some of your own posts today, write some of your own content today. Let's get into the energy of our future selves so that it lands, so that ideas start coming through, so that you start, yeah, okay, I see like a framework here. I'm going to make it my own. I'm going to make this my own. I'm going to play with this. I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to put it my spin on it, or I'm going to innovate. This just gave me an idea to innovate a whole different type of a piece of content. I feel inspired to pioneer a different type of a content, innovate, pioneer. My most viral posts were really me innovating, really me pioneering. I'd never seen somebody do a reel, and I had these from this work, ideas start coming in, inspiration, intuitive hits. And I see the reel in my head. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. I really wish somebody would do that. I have it in my head. There it is. I'm going to go first. I'm going to go create that reel. I'm going to do it. And that's how things really exploded for me online. All organically, no paid. It's been 100% organic. And it's not just becoming an influencer. Becoming an influencer is when you're going viral, but nobody's buying. This is becoming a change maker. This is influencing, and at the same time, people are buying. That's what hot audience is. So let's get into the energy of our future self. So sit up nice and tall. Deep inhales from the base of your spine, all the way through the heart, through the brain, out the top of the head. Basically, exactly what we did yesterday. We're doing exactly what we did yesterday. And if you weren't here yesterday, that's okay. After this session, go back and do yesterday's session. You're going to want to do all 3 days because each day is building on each other. So deep inhales from the base of the spine. We're pulling through each energy center, pulling through each chakra. We're pulling to the heart. Remember, once energy hits the heart, it automatically goes to the brain. So if you can get a real long, deep, slow inhale from the base of your spine and pull it along the back of the spine, sensing and feeling the breath as it travels up the back of the spine, the energy will reach the heart. And then once it goes to the heart, it automatically goes to the brain. And we start balancing the chakras. So instead of all that energy being stored in your first 3 energy centers, there's now energy in your heart. There's now energy in your throat. There's more energy in your brain. There's more energy in that 7th center. And the body starts becoming more energy, less matter. So any tears in the auric field, any rips in the auric field, low energy, we start to amplify our energy, return the energy back to the body so that you become more electromagnetic. You're naturally electromagnetic. The body is electromagnetic. We're just going to take a moment here to connect to each other's hearts. When we meditate in a group, the meditation is amplified times 1 million, according to Yogananda. And you can see this in research studies where they take groups of meditators, they drop them off in big cities, and these groups of meditators start lowering crime rates in big cities. So when we meditate in groups, and I like to amplify it even more with a brain and heart coherence meditation, which is what we're going to do now, it amplifies the intention by 1 million. So just like we did in our last session, go ahead and focus on every heart on this Zoom. So take your attention to my heart, take your attention to Missy's heart, to Gina's heart, to Francine's heart, Jennifer's heart, Trish's heart. Hi, Trish. Trish. Whoop, whoop. Travis, take your attention to Travis's heart. Julie, Claudia, Eliza, Caroline, Audra, India, Dr. Karina, Jen. Take your attention to every heart on this Zoom and everybody watching the replay. Energy is non-local. Because energy is non-local, wherever you place your attention, there's energy. There's your energy. And there's infinite amounts of love in the universe. There's always more love to be felt and experienced. So it's not like you can like run out of love. It's not like you can send all your love on this Zoom and then you don't have any more love for the rest of the day. That's not how this works. It's infinite amounts of love. And when you send love to each heart on this Zoom, when you send love to the earth, the planet, the universe, you're activating the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the healing nerve. It's the longest running nerve in the body. In studies, research, there's so much research on this. When you activate the vagus nerve, the body starts to heal itself. It's known as the healing nerve. Your body starts to heal. The immune system goes up, inflammation goes down, body starts to repair itself. There are even studies out there that show activating the vagus nerve reverses cancer, terminal cancer. There's so much research and studies on this that you can look up. So take a moment to deep inhale. We're switching our breath. So we're going to go heart to brain. So I want you to take a deep inhale through your heart to your brain. On that exhale, I want you to send love to every heart on this meditation. Send love. So we're breathing in through the heart. Imagine there's a nose on your heart. Breathe in through that imaginary nose, through the heart, through the throat, through the brain. 7th energy center. So through the top of the head. Exhale, send love, gratitude, appreciation, healing energy to every heart on this Zoom. And what this does is this helps us, it helps the community get into what's called brain and heart coherence faster. The nervous system is a natural antenna. And when you send healing love, when you send healing energy, because the nervous system is a natural antenna, the nervous system senses it. It senses it. And it starts to synchronize to love, to gratitude, to coherence. When one person goes into brain and heart coherence, another person goes into brain and heart coherence. Then another person goes into brain and heart coherence. Then another person goes into brain and heart. So this helps synchronize our energy, expand our nervous system, create that Wi-Fi, that strong Wi-Fi signal, that coherent signal, brain and heart coherent signal. And this signal is interacting with the field. When you're able to interact with the field, you're able to bend, command reality. It's the field that's emitting matter. It's not matter that's emitting the field. So if you can change the pattern in the field, if you can change the field, which you can, this is scientifically proven, then you can change matter. Take a deep inhale through your heart to your brain, and I want you to amplify whatever you're sensing. Maybe you're sensing like a warmth coming to your heart. Maybe you're sensing a love. Maybe you're sensing a lot of energy, electricity, aliveness. Whatever it is, inhale it, amplify it through your heart to your brain. Exhale, relax into it. And if you would like to share what it is that you're experiencing, type it in the chat. So me, I feel a lot of like electricity, aliveness. If you feel called to share, type it in the chat. Notice and observe what's different, what's shifted. How do you feel different? What's shifted? Notice how the nervous system is now expanded. So if you're feeling lighter, if you're feeling more at ease, if you're feeling more calm, more peace, that's an expanded nervous system. Karina says warmth and lighter. Claudia says, I feel some are on fire here in the best way. I love that. Thank you for sharing. What kind of brainwave might you be in right now? Type it in the chat. What kind of brainwave might you be in right now? Type it in the chat. Without breaking your state. Alpha. Yeah, exactly. You're an alpha. So why is this important? Why is it important to be an alpha? Why is it important to have an expanded nervous system? To be connected to your heart, in your heart. You're actually in your heart. So you're actually out of your head. Have you ever been like stuck overthinking? Just overthinking that post, and then you just don't post because you overthought it for 5 hours? This is how we transcend that. This is how we bypass that, transcend that. So in alpha is the genius brainwave. This is geniuses know how to use their mind in a special kind of a way. They actually use a lot more alpha. Geniuses naturally use a lot more alpha. Alpha is the genius brainwave. It's the present brainwave. And this is where your best ideas will come. This is where you're most creative. This is where there's infinite possibility. This is where you start hearing the version of you that already has it. You start hearing them, meaning you get ideas from them, you get inspiration, you get intuitive hits. Where are these ideas coming from? Where is this intuition coming from? Where are these intuitive hits coming from? They're coming from the version of you that already has it. That's where they're coming from. She's trying to give you the answers. She's trying, the higher power, the universe, God, Buddha, Krishna, fill in the blank, is trying to give you the answers. This is how you receive. This is how I receive the answers that don't just inch my business forward, but I'm talking quantum leap my business forward in a way that makes zero sense. Eliza says, I feel this huge energy field like we created with Missy and Travis in Tulum retreat in 2021. Massive heart coherence field. Yeah. How special is that? Missy and Travis are here, and Eliza's tuning into that energy. That is so special. That is so synchronistic. Thank you for sharing that, Eliza. So we're going to stay in our state. We're going to stay in this state. Why are we going to stay in this state? Because if you already had the six-figure purpose work business where you were having the time of your life, where you were fulfilling your mission, where you were giving your gift to the world in a way that's fun, in a way that's light, in a way that's easy, in a way that's lighting your soul on fire, isn't this the energy that you would feel? Isn't this the frequency that you would be in? Type it in the chat. Is this the energy that you would be in? Wouldn't you be calm? Wouldn't you be at peace? Wouldn't you feel gratitude? Wouldn't you feel like fire, like a good fire, the best kind of fire? Wouldn't you already feel that? Claudia says yes, yes. So we're going to stay in this energy. So stay in your meditation. Don't break your state. And we're going to actually do the hot audience in alpha. We're going to do it in our future self energy. So that way it lands. You are in genius brainwave. So your own genius will come out. So you're not going to copy and paste what Andrea's doing because we know that doesn't work, right? We've all been there. We've all copy pasted. We've all done it. And it might inch you forward, but it's not going to quantum leap you forward. What's going to quantum leap you forward is going to be the authenticity. It's going to be coming from the version of you that already has it. It's going to be your unique, authentic gift that you're giving to the world. That's what's going to quantum leap you forward. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to look at some hot audience posts. And we're going to we'll start with my story. We'll start with a hot audience story post. So there's a few different pieces to the hot audience. And one of the most important pieces is your story. Maybe that is the most important piece, is your story. So I'm going to share my screen. And you should be able to see this post here. So this is one I just did recently. So we've got story post. And if you want to write this down, write it down. Do not break your state. If it's going to break your state, just come back to the replay. I don't want you to break your state. I want you to stay in the energy of your future self. That way you don't overthink, you don't overcomplicate, you don't get caught up in a crazy strategy. You don't go back into a beta brainwave. We're going to keep you in your heart, in your body, so you can see these posts and get your genius activated, your authenticity, get inspired, and do it your way. So we've got story post, we've got client testimony, we've got objection handling, we've got activating leadership post. And we've got value posts. The most important one, I believe, maybe your story, because who has your story? Is there anybody else in the world that has your story? Is there anybody else in the universe that has your story? No, only you have your story. Today, I'm celebrating 4 years and almost $500,000 received in my purpose work business. It wasn't that long ago I hit a crisis in my life, struggling with chronic disease, pain, 3 different addictions, obesity, and on the verge of a heart attack. It was then at my lowest I realized I was the problem, not all my symptoms. I was the common denominator in my life, attracting and creating my experience. It was the rewiring of my brain and subconscious mind body, expanding my nervous system, and healing my inner child that radically changed the relationship I had with myself. I naturally started talking to myself as my biggest cheerleader. I felt different about myself. I started behaving naturally as the confident, courageous, whole, complete me, and showed up online as a big deal. No more hiding, playing small like I did my entire life, living for others and abandoning myself. The chronic pain, disease, addictions dissolved. The 40 pounds fell off in a few short weeks without crazy diet, and I had sold out my one-to-one offer with Soulmate Group clients my first month with zero following on social media or zero social media skills, just pure heart, fun, bliss, and giving my gift to the world. And now here we are about to hit a 500,000. When you change your self concept on a somatic, subconscious level, how you talk to yourself, how you see yourself, what you believe to be true about yourself, how you act, and how you behave, you can sell out your offers in your biz without sacrificing your health, relationships, and life. You get to have it all because you become the match to that potential in the quantum field to manifest that reality. When you rewire yourself to be your future self, you show up and teach it how you actually want to teach it instead of trying to copy someone else's way. When you master who you're being, your impact and your income become limitless. You will attract your soulmate dream clients in your DMs eager to sign up. You will experience true impact and freedom that feels authentic to you to sell and do what you want because you have become the match to your future self. Love, Andrea. So there's a few key points that I want to hit on this post. The first thing is, who felt something? Did anybody feel something? Did an emotion arise within you? Type it in the chat. Did you feel something? Was there an emotion that arose? Did this inspire something? Did this wake something up in you? Type it in the chat. Claudia says relatable. Eliza says moved, inspired. I love that, Claudia. Claudia says, my cat is purring on my lap joyfully at his best state as well, sharing his joyful energy. Yeah, animals feel it. Animals sense it. Caroline says, inspired, possibility. Eliza says, identified with your pains. Gina says, yes, need to focus on rewiring. Eliza says, felt it. It is possible for me too. Travis says, relatable, proud, inspiring, and resonant message. Yeah, so that's the number one thing is people want to feel something. They want to feel something. They want to be moved. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you to wake them up to what they know deep, deep, deep down inside they're actually possible of. Everybody on planet Earth is waiting for somebody, for you. They're waiting for you. They're literally waiting for you to come and wake them up to what they know in their cells at a deep, deep level that they're actually capable of. So that's the first thing is each post should make you feel something, should activate you, should move you, but not in a superficial way, in like a, oh yeah, that's why I came here. Oh yeah, this is actually what it's about. It's going these layers deeper and talking to somebody's soul. You're talking to somebody's soul. You're talking to what the soul desires. Because the ego, the ego is not good, bad, right, or wrong. But what does the ego desire? The ego desires to lose some weight, to like be more sexy, to get some more money, and that's amazing. That's beautiful. That's valid. What does the soul desire? What does the soul want? Type it in the chat. What does the soul want? What does the soul desire? Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. What does the soul want? What does the soul desire? The soul desires to realize who they really are. The soul desires to wake up. The soul desires freedom, adventure. Yeah. Want clear vision of the self, freedom, dreams, passion. Yes, thank you, Caroline. Love, connection, health. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Gina. Want clear vision of the self, recognition. Yeah, the soul wants to be seen. Yeah, thank you, Claudia. The soul wants to be seen, recognized. And that needs to run through every piece of your content. Okay? Because the reason why you're here with me and the reason why you're following me, the reason why you're on this Zoom is because you're here for depth. You're here for depth. You're here for possibility. You're here for activation of the soul. That's why you're here. So if I know that if you're here with me now, it's because you're resonating with me. And that means that it's within you, that it's within you. And now it's your turn to go gift that to the world. So that's the first thing. That's the most important, maybe the most important thing is because if you can't move somebody, make somebody feel something, then they're just going to keep scrolling. You just become a part of the noise, which isn't good, bad, right, or wrong. It just is. Why you're here is because you want to move people. You want to heal people. You want to transform people. You want to shift people. And that's got to be felt in your messaging by talking and speaking to the soul. So yeah, talk about making your home beautiful. If you're an interior designer, if you design spaces, which I know we have people here that do that, talk about that. You make your home beautiful. Your home is your sanctuary, and then go a layer deeper and talk to the soul. Why is that? Why does the soul desire a beautiful home? Why does the soul desire a beautiful space? I can tell you why my soul desires it. My soul desires it because this is where I spend time with Eliza. This is where I spend time with my two fur babies. And us having that experience together is so special and precious and creates long-lasting memories when we can have a cozy, beautiful environment to watch movies in, to read together. We're creating long-lasting family memories together in a special way. So, how can you take what you're doing and talk to the soul? Okay, so let's practice. So go ahead and type it in the comments. Let's practice. Type it in the comments. Stay connected to your breath. Stay in your heart. Stay in alpha. Type it in the comments. Another thing here to look at is vulnerability. When you're telling your story, vulnerability, but not oversharing, not don't traumatize yourself. Don't traumatize yourself. Honor your own boundaries, honor where you're at, and share what you feel safe sharing. How can you open your heart? How can you open yourself up in a way that feels good, feels safe, and lets people see vulnerability is strength. Vulnerability is strength, but you don't want to overshare or traumatize yourself. You don't want to do that. But how can you be more vulnerable? So you're sharing your vulnerability, I was here I'm sharing where I was, and then I'm sharing how I overcame my struggles, my problems, the things that I was really challenged with, the things that I really struggled with. My entire life, I struggled with these things. So I'm sharing in a vulnerable way my story, and then I'm sharing how I overcame it, and I'm sharing the lesson. The lesson. A lot of people share their stories and they don't share the actual lesson. So when you just share the pain, when you're just sharing the pain and the struggle and there's no lesson, then you're not positioning yourself as a leader. Because when I'm sharing my struggle, my vulnerability, the challenges, and then I share the lesson, I'm positioning myself as a leader and I'm saying, "Hey, I know how to do this. I've embodied this. I've done this for myself. I'm the embodiment of my work, of my craft, of my method. This is what I've done." And then I turn it back to them. I turn it back to them. So then I say, you. So I stop saying I stop saying I, and I say you. You can sell out your offers in your biz without sacrificing your health, relationships, and life. You get to have it all because you became the match to that potential in the quantum field to manifest that reality. So I'm turning it back to them. Every post should be about them. So yes, I started out with me, but then I turned it back to them. And then if we look at the pictures here, there's a vibe here, there's a mood, there's an energy here in these pictures. And this is just who I am. This is just me, right? This is just my energy, this is just my vibe, this is just my essence. And what I'm doing is I'm being vulnerable and I'm letting the camera capture me for who I really am. This is just my vibe. This is just who I am. So if my vibe was different, if it was more serious, if it was more sassy, serious and sassy, then that's what I would portray. I would portray serious and sassy. But that's not my vibe, but maybe it's your vibe and that's beautiful and that's perfect. How can you portray you more authentically in your pictures, in your videos, in your content, in your messaging, your vibe, your essence, more vulnerably, authentically, without oversharing, without traumatizing yourself? If you don't want to share your kids, don't share your kids. If you don't want to share a trauma, don't share the trauma. It's very important that you keep your nervous system expanded. You stay in the state that you're in right now when you're posting, when you're sharing, when you're going live. It's important that you start to learn to emotionally regulate, strong emotional intelligence, because that's what's going to keep you connected to that version of you that already has it, so that you don't go into a contracted state, you stay expanded. And what happens is when you stay expanded and you stay in this energy, you're going to get trolls. That's just part of being online. The trolls aren't going to bother you. The trolls aren't going to phase you. You might get somebody who ghosts you in the DMs. That's not going to phase you. That's not going to bother you. It's not that you might, you will. You will get people that ghost you in the DMs. You will get trolls. You will get people that don't sign up. You will get people that say that they're going to sign up and then they don't sign up. You will get all these things because you're working with humans. You're dealing with humans. And the difference is that it does not phase you. It does not change your energy. It does not take you out for a day or a week or a month. Now you don't want to post. Now you don't want to show up. Now it feels heavy. Now you feel silly, weird. You feel rejected. You feel fill in the blank. So how you stay out of that is you go deeper into the work that you're learning here with matching the energy of your future self. So let me know if that helped. Type it in the comments. Did that last post help at all? Type it in the comments. Let me know. What kind of ideas do you have? So Gina says, I struggled because I wasn't true to myself. Thank you for sharing, Gina. What lights me up about my work, what I like and enjoy about my work, what sensory indicators I experience in working with horses, help others to learn something they can use. Oh, I love that, Caroline. I love that. Claudia says, yes, very much so. I have already draft mine. Meanwhile, perfect. Awesome. 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 So Claudia's already got her post drafted out. How great is that? How exciting is that, Claudia? And it sounds like Caroline already has her post or her piece of content, however she decides to do that. It sounds like she's already got the template there. That's very exciting. How long did that take? That took us maybe 10 minutes. So notice how we go from maybe it takes you an hour, 2 hours, maybe you don't know what to say. Well, now we're doing it in 10 minutes. Now we're literally doing it in 10 minutes. So Claudia says, yes, very much so. I have already drafted mine. Okay. Yeah, I already read that one. I can add a few points here. Okay. All right. So let's touch on a few more here. And then Eliza says she can add a few points. So maybe bring in Eliza after we go through a few more here. So that's the story. And when we go to client testimony, I love this client testimony. This is one of my favorites. My client is on the verge of becoming a millionaire. She's going to probably watch this replay too. I know she is. It's so exciting because of this one simple shift in her energy. So I'm just going to kind of summarize this for time because we're already almost at 60 minutes and we could spend hours and hours doing this together and we would have so much fun. So easy, so simple. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm giving context. I'm giving context on my client. What's the backstory here? What's the context? And I'm saying, here's how to fix it. Okay, here's how to fix it. Rewire your brain and subconscious body. That's how you fix it. That's always, it will always come back to this answer. It will keep coming back to going deeper into rewiring and reprogramming and focusing on the energetics of who it is that you're being, because it's the level of consciousness that's creating the hologram that we call reality. So we uncovered a subconscious block. I must be successful, work hard, and achieve to be worthy of love. It was this subconscious belief that had her doing all these things in her business that were completely out of alignment. So she was selling things she didn't want to sell. She was taking on clients that were heavy, that drained her, that burned her out. She was creating content that didn't light her soul on fire, that she wasn't excited about. So more. So here's the answer. Here's the gap. Here's the gap. The gap in where she is now and where she wanted to be. So the gap was a belief. It was a belief that was creating this gap in where she is now and where she wanted to be. So this is the gap. It was a subconscious belief. What did that gap look like? So that gap looked like these star points here. So I'm painting the picture. I'm painting the picture. This is how we did it. This is why we did it. We rewired her brain and reprogrammed her subconscious to be the person who no longer needed love or validation from anything outside of her. So I'm sharing why this is important, why this is necessary. And then I tie it back to them. When you rewire the part of you that is getting your needs met in an unconscious shadow way, that is when you start actually creating a business that feels like something you want, desire, love, and are energized by, no longer secretly wanting to burn it all to the ground. So I make the point here, and then I tie it back to them. So when you do this, this is what's going to happen in your life. So I'm bringing it back to them. So I'm making the point again. and then I'm bringing it back to them. So you can see these you statements, you. So I'm tying it back to them. Money loves authenticity, fun, excitement, celebration. When you rewire your brain and subconscious so you can meet your needs at the deepest level in a conscious way, you stop doing the things that are blocking you from being the match to your next level wealth. And that's when your wealth comes flooding in through trailblazing business opportunities, ideas, synchronicities, clients signing up in your DMs after moments finding you, sold out launches, without sales calls, all while having the time of your life, giving your gift to the world, waking the world up to what waking the world up with your purpose work. So I had a great hook here. So I had a great hook. Why is this a great hook? This actually ended up on the explore page, this one. So if you go to view insights, you can see if you scroll down, it will show you all the interactions, followers, non-followers, counts reached, likes, saves, shares, comments. You might have to see it on your phone. So when I look at this on my phone, it shows me that I'm on my laptop here. But when I look at this on my phone, it shows me that this actually ended up on the explore page. So the explore page is that big search page on Instagram. And this is how you'll attract a lot of new followers is when you end up on the explore page. And the reason why I think this ended up on the explore page, or the reason why I know that this ended up on the explore page, is because it's a great hook. My client is on the verge of becoming a millionaire because of this one simple shift in her energy. It's so clean, it's so clear, it's potent, it's simple, it's great font, it's easy to read. I love the colors. I'm in love with this post. How can you be in love with each post? You love the colors, it's clear, it's potent, it's you, it's got your vibe, it's to the point. Like, how can you create these posts that are so yummy, delicious, authentic to you? Simple, easy, and fun. And I just dropped this one yesterday. I've never tried to go at it alone. Since day one of my journey, I hired a mentor and stayed in mentorship to receive the support, community, accountability I desire to master my energy. Who can guess what this one is? Type it in the comments. Can you guess what this one is? What kind of post this is that I dropped? Type it in the comments if you can, if you know which one this is. Yeah, authority. Thank you, Claudia. Yeah, so it's authority, and this is actually a repost. Don't be afraid to repost. If you have a great post that you maybe posted 6 months ago, and you need you maybe you had a busy day and you don't have time to create, don't be afraid to go grab one of those really great posts from 6 months ago and just repost it. But what this is doing is it's placing me as the authority in embodying the objection. So I've embodied the objection of I don't need support. I don't need help. I'm going to do it alone. I'm going to do it by myself. Well, not not one since day one. I've been in mentorship since day one. So my entire life I wasn't in this kind of mentorship, and where did that get me? That got me the same results. if you want to be the best, if you want to get different results, you've got to expand your skills. You've got to expand your toolkit. You got to rewire, reprogram, change, shift. You've got to have some kind of mentorship, support, accountability to guide and walk you through that. So it's embodiment of the objection, and it's actually placing me as the authority and the leader because I embodied it. Because I live this. This is my life. This is my life. I live this. So how can you do the same thing? How can you do the same thing with your craft, with your methodology? How can you share and share that you've embodied it? You're the leader, you're the authority, you've embodied it, you've overcome it, you've fill in the blank. This is the one that I wrote the day before yesterday. I wrote this one. Copying that guru's way isn't going to manifest your six-figure purpose work business. Becoming the energetic match to your next level wealth identity will. This is taking us a bold stand for something. This is taking a bold position on something. There are a lot of teachers, mentors, coaches that give you copy paste and they say, here it is, here's the template, here's the format, go copy and paste, and you're going to get this result. And I've done that. You've probably done that. And it might inch you forward, but it's not going to get you the quantum leap. It's not going to get you the six-figure purpose work business that lights you up, that energizes you, that fuels you, that gives you great health, that gives you great time and experiences with your family, travel. So this is me taking a bold, audacious stand. This is what I stand for. This is what I represent. This is where we're going. So this is leadership. This is leadership. Let's look at one more real quick, and then we're going to, because it's pretty close to the hour. So let's take a look at one more. This is problem awareness. You're doing the meditations, breath work, listening to the podcasts, and posting on socials, but your subconscious mind body isn't a match to your future self wealth. So you're still feeling, believing, talking to yourself in an old way that doesn't allow you to show up with courage, confidence, conviction in yourself and your way. So she's not seeing you as the one and the only one for her. Here's how to fix it. So she's running to your DMs, ready to sign up moments after you drop a post. So my clients, my soulmate clients are doing the meditations. They are doing the breath work. They are listening to the podcasts. They are posting. They're doing the things, my soulmate dream clients. And they might be thinking, they're thinking in their mind, well, I'm not doing enough meditation. I'm not doing enough breath work, or I just haven't listened to enough podcasts, or I haven't got the secret formula yet because I still have to listen to more podcasts. So that's what they're thinking in their mind, and they think that's the problem. But the actual problem is that the subconscious mind body is not a match to their future self wealth. That's the actual problem. Here's how to fix it. Here's how to fix it. This is called problem awareness. So what problem does your client, your soulmate dream client, think that they have? But you know that that's actually not their problem. You know that it's actually fill in the blank. So they think it's more meditation. They think it's more, say you're a personal trainer. They think it's more hours on the cardio machine. They think it's more hours on the Stairmaster. But it's not more hours on the Stairmaster, it's building more muscle. It's building more lean muscle because when you build more lean muscle, you burn more fat, you burn more calories. I know this because I'm a personal trainer. So, what does your client think the problem is? Your soulmate dream client, but what is the actual problem? Type it in the chat. That's called problem awareness. Write about all the courses taken and the knowledge gained, like resilience, going from freeze to flight, fight, and flight. That's a great post, Claudia. Eliza, do you want to add anything up to this, to the hot audience?
The hot audience.
Mhm.
Okay, can you hear me now? Yes. Okay. Can you mute? I mean, this was. Okay, should be working now. Hi, that was absolutely amazing. There is so much into it. And what I would like to say, because it might be a little bit overwhelming at the beginning, with a personal story, you don't have to share all of your story. They are parts of your story you absolutely don't have to share if you don't want to. Even the things that you can solve for your clients, there's some aspects for my clients that I can absolutely and entirely solve like no one else I know in the world. For example, dealing with suicidal thoughts of depression. Do I want to deal with that? Do I want to help my clients deal with that? Nope. At the moment of my journey, no. That is in my past. So you need to give yourself a one big giant permission in knowing at the core who is it you want to work with versus what sells or what people want, and following that desire in your soul into what do you feel called to teach, how do you want to speak to your ideal client. How is she talking? How is she speaking? Because she is a version of you or he is a version of you from your past, maybe from 6 months ago or 2 weeks ago or 3 years ago. And what I love what you said about the personal story and other how there is an energy flow over there, how there is an embodiment behind it. So what I would simply add over here is that the more you will focus on you being in the mastery of your craft, the easier and flowy will be for you to create content. And we have together with Andrea watched so many people, and by so many, I mean about 40, 50 people who would join masterminds. And the only thing they would focus on in those masterminds is how to stack a bunch of beautiful words together so people will buy. What do I say? So people will buy my offer, my course, or my one-on-one, and never, ever, ever, ever have that worked. What really worked is truly, truly mastering your craft, what you're amazing at, and then allowing that to ooze out through you in your content, starting as simple as you possibly can without overcomplicating. And done is always better than perfect. If there is some level of perfectionism that holds you back in posting or creating, that is not the way to go. That is the way to press brake and gas at the same time, and that will never get you forward. So the only way to truly practice and be good or amazing at expressing your uniqueness and your genius is by simply every single day consistently practicing. So yeah, that's what I wanted to add.
Thank you, Eliza. Thank you for sharing. That's my wife, Eliza. She is the best energy healer, psychic, intuitive you will ever meet. So one more thing that I wanted to add here is it's very important that you're also watching your words. You're watching your words. So when you're doing your content, when you're writing your posts, your reels, your emails, you're watching your words and who it is that you're actually talking to. So what are their characteristics? What are their values? What is their soul desiring? So instead of saying for me personally, you're procrastinating, I will say, you know you can go bigger. You know you can show up in a bigger way. You know you can show up in a way that feels good, that feels fun, that feels light. Because when you say you're procrastinating or you're frustrated, you're annoyed, you got to be careful with that because you might call in somebody who identifies with procrastinating, frustrating, annoyed. And if they identify with procrastinating, frustrating, annoyed, they identify as being a victim, which is not bad, good, wrong, right. You want to talk to people that identify as being the victor, the leader, the go-getter, the resilient one, the one who if they get knocked down, they're going to get right back up. That's who you want to talk to. That's who you want to call in. Because if you call in somebody who identifies with frustrated, overwhelmed, I don't feel like doing the work, they're not going to do the work and they're not going to get results, which is not good, bad, right, or wrong. Is that who you really want to work with? Do you really want to work with somebody who's not doing the work and who's not getting results? I want to work with somebody who's doing the work, who shows up, who's who's in it. Yeah, they get punched, yeah, they get knocked down, but they get right back up. They're leading themselves. They're embodying courage, confidence on a deeper level, on a deeper level. They're showing up, they're doing the thing, they're passionate. So it's very important that you watch your words because remember who you're speaking to is who you're going to attract. Who you're speaking to is who you're going to attract. So instead of saying you feel defeated, you feel frustrated, the world has done you wrong, instead of saying that, see if you can flip it and say you're ready for a change. You're ready for a shift. You do the work. You show up. Yeah, you've gotten knocked down and you get right back up. This is the gap. This is the gap. You need to insert your method. You need to rewire your brain, your subconscious mind body. You need to redo your environment. You need to have this artwork surrounding you so that it influences your frequency. You need to insert your way so that you desire, so that you create that six-figure purpose work business, so that you create that space that lights your soul on fire and has you feeling so amazing, creating the most incredible memories with your family, so that you walk into your home and you see this beautiful art and your breath gets taken away and you're like, oh, yes, finally, the space I've always wanted to be in, the frequency, the energy I've always wanted to be around. Fill in the blank with your unique method, with your unique way. What is that outcome? What is that tangible outcome? Is this landing? Is this making sense? Type it in the chat. So I wanted to just close with that. That's very important because I see a lot of people that do get the really heavy clients. They do get the clients that they don't do the work. The clients don't do the work. They're heavy. They want you to do the work for them. And I see people get burnt out because they're attracting these clients. They're heavy. They want you to do the work for them. They want you to do the marketing for them. They want you to like lift the weights for them. When I was a personal trainer, I would attract those people. It's like they wanted me to work out for them. It's like I can't work out for you. You have to work out. You've got to do the work. Yeah, I'm going to support you and coach you, but you've got to lift the weights. You've got to eat right. You've got to do the thing. And this is how you attract victors and not victims. Okay, it's with your words. Julie says yes. Awesome. I love that. So you're calling them to rise. You're calling them to rise as opposed to you're calling them to who they need to be. They're calling them to rise as opposed to speaking with somebody who identifies as the victim. Because every single person on this Zoom Does not identify as the victim. That's why you're on this Zoom. Are there challenges? Yes. Are there situations that call you to rise that are challenging and stretchy? Yes. And that's why you're here. You're here to rise. All right. So let's wrap it up. Because you're on this master class, because you did this 3-day experience, we do have our bonus call tomorrow. So just heads up, we have a bonus call tomorrow. Same time, same place. We also have our energy alchemy session on Friday. If you have not already put the banner in your IG stories, tag me so that you can get into the energy alchemy session. I will private message you the Zoom link. If you don't tag me, I won't know that you posted the banner. So you've got to tag me. So you go at Andrea_Lang_official, and then it will notify me. It'll pop up in my messages. And then I can put it to my stories. It'll be on your stories. And I'll send you that Zoom link. So the best way, let me grab some water. Hold on 1 second. I've got a tickle in my throat. Elisa's bringing me water. Hold on 1 second. So go to the email and you'll see the banner. Screenshot it, take the little banner, stick it on your IG stories and tag me. And then I'll private message you the Zoom link for Friday's Energy Alchemy session. Don't miss this session. Don't miss the Energy Alchemy sessions. If you've been in an Energy Alchemy session, what is your experience with that? Type it in the chat. You definitely want to be there. It's where we, in real time, remove blocks, we rewire, reprogram, heal the inner child, expand the nervous system in real time. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you're there. So because you were on this masterclass, because you did the 3-day Rewired, I am opening the doors to you. You guys are the first to hear about this. I'm doing a pre-sale for my Wealth Vortex Mastermind. Wealth Vortex Mastermind. So it's 2025, new year, new you, Wealth Vortex Mastermind. We will spend 3 months together masterminding, breaking down the hot audience formula. So I will go through each different structure. We'll have different frameworks. We will also spend 3 months together rewiring, reprogramming, healing the inner child, expanding the nervous system, becoming your future self identity. And then on top of that, the hot audience, add those two things together. And how could you not do $10,000 months in your business is the question. When you're showing up as your future self, you are that person and you combine the hot audience. It's like, yeah, how could it not happen? Right? So it's going to be 3 months together. We will meet twice a month in a mastermind setting. So the mastermind is we'll go around and we will mastermind based on what we're learning. So we'll have rewiring, reprogramming hot audience course, which will be probably around 6 modules. I may add 1 or 2 more. I probably will as bonuses. So we'll do a hot audience, high energy, rewire and reprogramming course, 6, 7, 8 modules, somewhere around there, where we focus on becoming that future self identity. We focus on having a hot audience, the different frameworks, different structures, how to do it. I'll put you guys in breakout rooms and you'll actually practice this with each other. So you'll share your story. You'll share it with your future self energy. You'll share it your way, your authentic way, your zone of genius. So you'll be workshopping together, doing this together. And then I'll send you off and you'll go post. You'll go do that reel. You'll go start writing your book. You'll go start talking to different businesses. You'll go do the aligned, inspired action. So there will be accountability. There will be support. There will be systems. So that will be the course, and then we'll meet twice a month in a mastermind style. So masterminds are my favorite. I love these masterminds. We actually have people here that are in my mastermind. If you're here and if you want to share your experience, please do so in the comments. If you want to share your experience in the masterminds are absolutely completely transformative, completely revolutionary. You'll come out. We have people here that actually started their business, birthed their business from being in the mastermind. So there's people in here right now. If you want to share your story, please do so. So we will go, and if you're struggling with a post, if you're not sure who you're talking to, who's your ideal client, whatever it is, we'll go through it, we'll mastermind it, we'll hash it out, and you will leave with the next step. You'll leave with the answer, the solution, the next step, and you'll go implement. We'll also have a Voxer chat. We'll have a Voxer chat. So when we're not meeting in the mastermind, we'll do Voxer Monday through Friday, and which is like a walkie-talkie app. So if something comes up, if you have a question, if you're not sure about something, you can drop me a Voxer note in there and I can get back to you. I check it twice a day. So it's like we're doing this together. We're doing life together. We're doing it together. So we're building your hot audience together. We're rewiring, reprogramming together. Because you're in this master class, because you did this experience with me, the pre-sale is 555. So it's 555 a month for 3 months. If you sign up today, you will get a 30-minute session with me. If you sign up today. So we'll jump on the Zoom together, just me and you. We'll do a 30-minute session. What's the block? What needs to be rewired? What needs to be reprogrammed? We will do whatever we need to do to align you to that version of you that already has the dream. So that's just for today. That's just for today. And then I'm also going to do a paid in full special. So for today, we'll actually do this for the next 72 hours. So for the next 72 hours, it's 555 for the pre-sale per month for 3 months. So it's 555 times 3. Or you could do the paid in full special. This is good for 72 hours. So we'll do the paid in full. So it would be 1,555. 1,555 paid in full special. And this is good for the next 72 hours. We already have Audra in. So congratulations, Audra. We already have Caroline in. Congratulations, Caroline. And we had Trish in our last mastermind. Trish is here. Congratulations, Trish. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for doing the work. If you want that one-to-one call, go ahead and DM me and we'll get you signed up and we'll schedule that one-to-one call. We'll schedule it for tomorrow, the next day, ASAP. And we'll start 2025 as the new you. New year, new you, 2025. And then you have 72 hours for the 555 pre-sale, or you could just do the 1,555 paid in full. All right, so I will see you guys in the DMs. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Audra says definitely worth it. Yeah, definitely worth it. Yes, 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 yes. Audra is literally blowing it up with these incredible videos, reels. She's so fun, funny, authentic. She's on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up, and I'll see you in the DMs. Bye.